Hello, this is Mike Bakker. This is my PechaKucha presentation. Well, this is on how to build a fire if you're in the woods and you happen to not have a lighter. I'd like to kind of go through the process of creating that fire with a knife and a shoelace. Hopefully you have these items. If not, a sharp rock will work. You can use different things like dog's bane and nettle or bamboo, anything long and fibrous. You're going to need to make a bow later. First, you're going to have to go out and get your firewood materials. Leaves are good, dry stuff, thin fibrous stuff, because you're going to make a tinder nest and a teepee. Drier the better. Leaves, kindling, all different sizes. You want to get as much as you can to begin with so that you have what you need through the next processes. You want to build a teepee where your fire is going to be. Start with small stuff on the inside. Leave a spot to put your little bird's nest you're going to make, or tinder nest. A teepee allows the heat to get up and heat it up. And the tinder nest, that's just small fibrous things. You want to create it into a bowl. This is going to catch the coal, and this is what you're going to use to light your teepee on fire with. And in order to get that coal, we need to create a fireboard. Something long, about a foot long, 3-4 inches wide, inch tall. We're going to drill a hole in one end of it, kind of carve a notch out of it about an inch from the edge. That's just so we can create heat in a little bit. And we have to make a drill. That's that center part there. The top half has to be blunt, rounded, so that it can move in the socket pretty easily. The other end we want to shape like a pencil, and it needs to fit just snug into that crater we made into the fireboard. We need to get a long, about 4 foot long willow branch down by the water, something flexible and hard, something that can sustain a rope on it. We need to take our shoelace and make a bow, make it tight. This is what's going to wrap around the drill later. And then we need the socket, which good for this is a good piece of rock or a nice piece of hardwood. You take that rock, make sure it's got a little divot in it. It needs to move on top of that drill, and we're going to be applying pressure to it. So it has to protect your hand from getting a hole drilled into it. Now we want to put all this together. We want to take that socket that's in our hand, we take that drill and loop it in there, 1 or 2 like the diagram there. And then we want to get that set up so that we can burn our prep the fireboard. So we get what we want to do is get the fireboard board set down and get a hole in the end of it, just a notch, and then we're going to take their bow and drill and socket, and we're going to rub it back and forth really fast. And what this is doing, it's priming the fireboard. We want to make sure that we can get some smoke out of it, make sure that the hole is snug enough to create enough friction. You got to do it for a while. It's long and tedious. Once you get some good smoke coming, well, then we have to cut out our chimney. Basically, we burned our hole, so now we want to cut a chunk out of one of the sides of it. That's going to allow the coals to pop outside of that and land into our little land onto a leaf, hopefully, or something to catch that coal, because then we're going to transfer that to our tinder nest. So we get everything ready. We got our device and drill and bow ready. We got our tinder nest ready. We got our device to move it to the tinder nest. We got our teepee set up. And what we're going to do is we need to get ready, because it's got to be a quick process. So what you're going to do, get everything going. You want to start moving it back and forth and back and forth, and it's going to get it nice and hot. You just keep going. It's going to build up, get something down there so you can catch that ember, because once you got the smoke going, then the coal should be popping out. You want to catch those coals, and it's going to take a while. You got to keep working at it. Wait until you got a lot of smoke. The fire's not going to happen, but you need a decent-sized coal to transfer into your to your tinder nest. So once you got that, once it's black and it's popping out, and your pile of stuff there is kind of smoldering, what you want to do is take that. You want to put it in that tinder nest. You kind of close it up in your hands and kind of blow on it. Easy, just just blow on it, and then you take that tinder nest, and that should start on fire for you. You get it, and you blow on it, and you run it over to your teepee, and you get it in the teepee, and then you make sure you got your dry scraps of wood you have set around. You want to start adding that underneath the teepee to get the flames going. Once the flame's going, well, hey, you got fire. You created fire without your without a lighter, without a lighting device. You used your shoelaces and a knife. Well, I hope this was a good presentation for you to learn how to start a fire in the woods. I'd like to thank you for watching it, and hopefully we learned something. Until the next time, happy coding. Oh, and